Hmm. Welcome. So we are live. Looks like I've got audio. Looks good to me. And tonight I went with something a little bit different. I often do my sitting meditation um, with me in the shot, and that's fine. But I decided today would be a little bit different because I wanted to not just show you this mandala that's in front of you here, but just to have this kind of visual drawing your eye into the center of your screen. So if it is something that you do watch the physical video rather than just listen to it, you get to now look at a visual that is something that could bring you into one pointedness, right? So if you see me moving around a lot, or you just be sitting here with my eyes closed, like if any of that is not the best visual for you, I wanted to throw this one in there. So we'll start there. So maybe take a look at what's in front of you, right? This mandala. So we're going to use our senses here to just allow this visual thing to kind of come into your existence, right? So you take a look, you take a breath. Let yourself land here. Land in the present moment. Notice what you notice. Feel your body. And allow the room to be what it is, right? So you might have whatever going on in your room around you, right? The way that the lights are, the way that things are around you in your space. Simply allow that, right? So we're going to allow what's going on in the room around us. And you can take a look around just to make sure that you're okay and you know everything's good. And then draw your eyes in towards the mandala that's in front of you. So you're noticing now this kind of, you notice what's around you and then you zoom in to what's in front of you. And you're going to take a moment to take a look at the multi-leveled and layered picture. You can look at the middle where the seat of life is, and you notice how it kind of then radiates outward. There's different colors, and you let it just evoke what it evokes as you take a look at it. You let the sounds happen too, right? You notice what you notice as far as sounds in the room or maybe in the next room. But then you allow your breath to be the main thing that you're trying to maybe listen to, right? So you're going to use the eyes to look at the mandala, and you're going to use your ears to listen to your breath. So as you breathe in, breathe out, maybe to begin, you can exaggerate it a little bit. Kind of breathe in a little bit more loudly, just to notice what your breath sounds like. Breathe in, breathe out. And notice how things like this, like the picture in front of you, it itself breathes, right? There's kind of this element of it popping, of it breathing out in, even though it's not moving, it can have an element of outwardness, inwardness. So just allow. Keep breathing and noticing both the sound and the feeling of your breath. How does your breath feel in your body? Is it full, complete? Is it short and shallow? Just continue to notice. And as you notice, your breath will probably naturally start to deepen. As you begin to slow down the brain, right? So in the way that you're not trying to just let go of everything, but to bring it to right here and now, right? Doing our best to let go of near futures and pasts and seeing what right now feels like, right? We've delayed ourselves enough to this point, or we've hurried to get to this point. So let's enjoy it while we're here. So maybe this visual is something that brings you intrigue, or maybe you're just finding joy, or anything that comes up, let it just come up, right? So as you recognize maybe the layers, maybe the lines, maybe the colors, just continue to allow your visual to happen, right? You're not necessarily labeling things. I don't want you to be analyzing the picture. I want you to just simply take it in. Take it in for what it is, right? Bunch of lines on a piece of paper. And continue to let go of your analysis or your labels, and just keep letting it be. It's like a piece of art, like nature. You just allow it to be itself, and you enjoy its presence. You enjoy being around it. And continue to notice the sound of your breath. Notice the inhale as it maybe flutters through your nose hairs, goes down, fills up in the lungs, and you feel an expansion. And as you exhale, notice kind of maybe some cool or warm, like temperatured air on your lip. And you just keep focusing on what's in front of you, maybe what's inside of you, right? So you can at some point just close the eyes down. You don't even have to worry about the visual in front of you. You can just continue to meditate in the way that you do. Maybe you notice kind of this stillness, right? Notice how the picture doesn't move. Notice how you in this space right now, maybe there's some minor movement. For the most part, you're still, you're noticing. And each time you think of something that draws your attention to somewhere else, you keep bringing it back to what's in front of you, what's here and now, right? What does my breath feel like? What does it sound like? What is this picture? Let this be interesting. Let this be fascinating, but beyond words, beyond concepts. Let maybe just yourself being here and now notice what you notice. Maybe it's that you're annoyed, right? Maybe you don't like what's going on, and that's okay. You can just sit with that for a breath. Now let's just find that stillness, right? You notice what moves as you breathe, right? Now notice what doesn't move. Notice what stays still, right? Maybe it's your knees and thighs. Maybe it's your sit bones. Maybe it's your shoulders or your ears. Start to notice stillness. Start to notice quiet, right? Maybe that breath is a little less exaggerated now, and you're just noticing what natural breath sounds like. Notice the subtle. Keep bringing your attention to the smallest of small, the quiet. Right? Notice the slightly hard to hear voice, the inside, the parts that get ignored. And be open to what comes up as you do notice maybe the small, the quiet. Keep breathing, keep noticing, and keep allowing. And if you found the visual to be helpful, you can look at your picture here and notice the minor, the small, right? Maybe it's the smallest leaf, the smallest petal. Maybe it's a line that's a bit thicker than another line. Notice the breath. Notice the sound of the breath. Zoom all the way into the center of the mandala. See the life, that very middle little star that you see, a little blue one. And then work your way out to the bigger orange petals that are around that blue. And then notice the little petals that are around that one. Your way out and seeing the little pink round domes. And the next circle out, which is the smaller blue petals. And the larger big petals, the big blue ones. And now to the big orange ones. And then zoom out completely. Allow yourself to maybe take in your room again. Notice the light in your room. Notice the chair or the seat that you're on. Notice what's behind you. Look over your shoulder, one way, maybe the other. And then come back. Come back to the neutral sense. Notice the picture again in front of you. Notice the whole thing as it's complete. It's a full idea. Notice the breath again. Breathe in. Breathe out. And take just a few more moments to allow yourself to be here fully. All of your senses open and awake and noticing, right? You notice what you hear, you notice what you see. And you just enjoy being here and now. No rush to the next thing. Just noticing what you notice. Right? Without labels, without judgment. And you thank yourself for arriving, for taking the time out of your day to be. Just be, right? Nothing else. Just be as you are in this space. Noticing your breath. Maybe noticing your senses. And letting go what you can let go of. Thank you for joining me. I hope you have a good rest of your meditation Monday. And I hope you have a good rest of your week. And I'll see you later, okay?